you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Maureen and I make lifestyle content while living on Sanibel Island. So this is another week in my life, but it might end up being shortened later this week, and I'll get to that in just a minute. I'll have timestamps down below just so that you can skip around wherever you want in the vlog. But today is Monday. I do have family in town. They're staying with another family member, but I'm gonna catch up with them this afternoon. So I'll take you along for that, which will be really fun. And so had a really busy, productive morning. Got up really early so I could get all my work done. It is now lunchtime, so we're doing well today. I love having a productive morning, which is usually the case. But with that being said, later this week, so they're predicting Thursday, there is going to be a pretty significant, called a major hurricane. Anything 3 or above is considered major. There's going to be a major hurricane potentially making landfall in the Big Bend or Panhandle area of Florida. But of course that can always change because we have several days for that to change. Since it's Monday, that could be Thursday. So Panhandle and Big Bend area, if it hits there, that's about, depending on where it will end up, that could be up to like 8 or 9 hours away from where I live in Florida. So for that, may not evacuate. Sorry about that. I had a dog trying to get into a room where he's not supposed to be unsupervised. But anyways, like I said, if it's gonna be Hurricane Helene potentially, so with that, we could potentially see storm surge. We're gonna be on the dirty side of the storm, so tornadoes, etc. But like I said earlier, it could go west. So that's what happened with Hurricane Ian 2 years ago. And this week, actually, it's going to be the 2-year anniversary. Sanibel Island, which is where I live, was a direct hit. So I lost my home in that storm. So definitely praying for everyone in the path, because I know how devastating a hurricane can be. But with that said, we're going to determine later this week if we do evacuate or not, depending on, like I said, like it did with Hurricane Ian. It was predicted to be about 2 hours north of us in Tampa, and that did not happen. It hit us. So we're not going to know what the track is going to be until a few days. So maybe tomorrow we might start making some decisions on if we will evacuate or not, which I will take you guys along for, but that will probably be a separate vlog just so I can show that experience. But we're going to be monitoring that, determining evacuation. I'll show you guys how I kind of prep for that for my home, what to do. So maybe if it's your first time living in Florida, just get some kind of tips and tricks for, you know, hurricane preparedness and evacuation tips. So packing for myself as well as my dogs. But like I said, we'll determine that later. So I'm gonna finish up making myself lunch, and then we're gonna head over to Coconut Point and do some shopping with my family. Hello you guys, it is now Tuesday, so as you guys saw from the previous clips, did go to Coconut Point, went shopping with my family, and then we went to Mucky Duck last night, which is on Captiva, for dinner, which was really nice, and watched the sunset. They got some ice cream, things like that, so that was fun. They went home this morning. At 5 a.m. we got our notifications that we are now in a storm surge watch, a tropical storm watch, and a flood watch. So we'll just keep monitoring that. Right now, we're not in the direct path of the storm, but we probably will still see the outer band. So we'll kind of prep for that today. Might take some furniture in from outside, that type of thing. So definitely praying for all of those in the direct path. I know since We're just a few days away now when I'm filming this from this 2-year anniversary of Hurricane Ian. If you're new here, you may not know that I lost my home during that storm. So my heart definitely goes out to all those that are in the direct path because I know what that feels like. So yeah, we'll see how the storm, if it changes. So I think it's going to head into the Gulf of Mexico today. So we'll just kind of see the path and what happens. So since we're not in the direct path yet, I don't think we're going to evacuate, but we'll play it by ear. This evening we'll know a little bit more as well. So I know they'll do an update probably in another like half hour or so from the hurricane, from the news and things like that. They do that like every like 5 to 11, 5 over and over again. So we'll see what happens there. In the meantime, just crossing some things off my list, which is good, getting things done. But I did want to show you guys what I got yesterday while I was shopping, so I'll show you that. So the first thing that I got was from Lilly Pulitzer. They had some new releases, which was really exciting. And I loved the color scheme. They're getting ready for like fall and winter. So it's black and white, and as you can see, I love black and white in my house. Black and white as well. I have some really cute shoes and purses that can go with this, so I'm excited to get this. This is kind of a 3/4 length sleeve, almost full length on me because I am on the petite side. It's actually a little romper, so has the built-in shorts there, which is really pretty. Murphy, he's being a little ornery. Murphy is being a little bit ornery, so sorry about that. But this has little pineapples on it. Murphy, that's enough. It's little pineapples, black and white. So I thought that was really pretty and just kind of a classic piece to have. So that is what I got from Lilly. Like I said, I know I've talked about this in other videos, but I'm loving their new bags for the 65th anniversary. And if you can tell with the design, that is Worth Avenue and what it looks like, which is where the original flagship store is located. So I've been there before. If you haven't seen those vlogs, I'll link those down below. And then I also got a pair of shoes at Dillard's. So I got some Uggs. I've found anytime that I'm like looking for Uggs and I'm not buying it directly off the website, I like buying them at Dillard's because they always seem to have my size. If you're watching this, when I put this up, just know it's always a good idea to get your Uggs and things like that in the summer. So I think they started getting shipments in July. So they still had my size, but this was it. I like the Ultra Mini boots, and this is in black. So I am gonna be going up north in a few weeks to visit family and spend time with them. So it's gonna be a lot colder than it is down here, which I think will be kind of refreshing because it's been very hot, but I look forward to that. Sorry, Murphy is really being very animated this morning. But yeah, I'm excited to wear these. I'll definitely get a lot of good use out of this. I'll probably wear this onto the plane, but very excited about these. I also got some other like Birkenstocks and little Ugg slippers and things like that in a previous haul. So I'm gonna decide between all of those, going up north, what I'm gonna wear. So I'll have that video linked down below as well. So that is this portion of the video. I'll check in with you guys a little bit later today. I apologize for the dogs. They're a little animated right now, but like I said, I'll check in with you guys soon. Hi you guys, checking in a little bit later, like I said I would. So it is about dinner time. So as you can see, we are heading off island to Naples to the Turtle Club. I know I've taken you guys there before for lunches and things like that and outdoor dining, but tonight we're gonna do the dinner. So we haven't done the dinner menu. We've heard it's really good. It's actually pretty hard to get reservations, so we booked this a little while ago. So we're excited to be able to go, the waterfront views, and potentially watch a sunset. So I think we're gonna hit that pretty well, at least watch the golden hour if anything else. So we're excited about that. So I'll take you along for that this evening. die, so we just had dinner. It was really nice over at the Turtle Club and watching the sunset and the golden glow. So we're gonna head back to Sanibel. We are now on Sanibel in a state of emergency, and so we'll see what happens, but we'll more than likely evacuate tomorrow evening since the storm is expected to make landfall at 8 a.m. on Thursday. So right now we don't have any sort of like mandatory evacuations, but so we'll do that voluntarily, but they could issue one tomorrow. Our county technically doesn't have one, but the county just north of us, which is Charlotte County, has issued one, so they may follow suit. So we'll see about that. So we're gonna go home, take the dogs out, and then probably start preparing to pack and have all that done. So we'll probably leave tomorrow evening because we have a few things we got to do before we head out. So just thought I would update you guys on that. But once again, very nice dinner, kind of the calm before the storm. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow morning. Hello you guys, so it is now Wednesday. I said I would check in, so I just went to the eye doctor to pick up my new glasses. Now we're gonna just get a few more items before the storm, so it's gonna be overcast today. They said the storm is now at the Yucatan Peninsula, just towards the top of it, so it's about to enter into the Gulf of Mexico. So from there it's gonna be pretty fast moving. So this afternoon we'll probably start seeing the outer bands. So we're in a local state of emergency. I know I mentioned that yesterday, but we don't have any sort of evacuations. It looks like our likelihood of seeing a whole lot of effects keeps going down, which is good. So it's probably gonna feel like Tropical Storm Debbie, which was just a lot of rain and then some winds here and there, but it was nothing like too crazy, so that's great. But definitely my heart goes out to all of those going to be affected by this storm, especially since this area was really hard hit with Hurricane Michael, that it's going to be hitting again, and they're still not back after 6 years, like fully back. So that just is really awful and no fun there. But we'll keep you guys updated as to what the rest of the day will hold. But yeah, we're not planning to evacuate. Hello you guys, it is now Thursday. So yesterday evening we started getting the outer bands for Helene. And so around 4 a.m. we started getting like the squall, so that's when the storm intensifies, so different gusts of wind. That went on for like an hour or so the dog was woke up. But overall right now it's just a little windy and it's not super rainy, but we are heading into high tide, so portions of the island may have standing water and flooding and potential storm surge, so we'll see. But we are in the very outer bands, so my heart definitely goes out to those who are going to be the direct hit. It's going to be very intense. Even just experiencing these outer bands was a lot. I did lose like a tree limb too, but nothing too crazy. So like I said, my heart goes out to those that are in the direct path, because it's gonna be a doozy. So right now we have power, we're all good. Like I said, it's not raining, so it's pretty calm around here. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I can today on the computer. We'll see if we lose power or not, but I'll keep you guys updated. We're also on a tornado watch till 8 p.m. I know in the county south of us, Collier County, which is like the Naples area, has had some tornadoes already, since we are on that eastern side of the storm, which is the dirty side. So I'll keep you guys updated throughout the day as to what exactly is going on. Hello you guys, it's a little while later, so I thought I'd give you an update. Yes, my hair looks a little crazy right now. Just came back after taking my dogs out, and then Murphy does not like to go out. It's always a challenge to get your dogs to go out during a hurricane because it's very windy and rainy. Right now you probably can hear the wind against the house. We have sustained winds of about 30 miles per hour right now, and then we've been having gusts of about 60 miles per hour. So we just like passed another high tide, so we're going to head into low tide in a few hours. It's just kind of depending in Southwest Florida. So we're not getting rain at the moment. You can hear the wind definitely, but we're in between bands, so we're gonna be experiencing this throughout the evening as well. So we'll see how that goes. I know the storm is now considered a Category 2. It should be going up to a 3 soon, unfortunately. But yeah, just came back in, thought I would give you guys an update. We're still getting like news updates to see where we're at. We're not in any sort of evacuation notice or anything like that. We don't even have like evacuation stations open. But with that said, they're just asking like no unnecessary travel, and they're asking people not to come out to the islands because that is where we're seeing that storm surge, coastal erosion, things like that. And you can definitely feel it here. There's flooding in different parts of the island, but I know that Fort Myers Beach is really getting hit pretty hard right now. They're a little bit more low-lying. Yes, we're both islands, so we're both low-lying, but unfortunately it's flooding pretty bad right now, so they're really hoping for that low tide to take that water back out, but we will see. Of course, I'll update you guys later. It's just mostly gonna be doing what I can around the house, just kind of hunkering it down. Just some not so great weather, but we're doing okay. Hello, you guys, new update. So our power keeps going in and out. We're now at the worst part of what we're going to experience. So the storm is now parallel to us. We're in the outer band. So like I said, our power is going in and out at this point. So we decided we're gonna take a little wine and charcuterie break while we still have power and do that. But luckily, even though this is the worst part, we're heading towards low tide. So we are going to get storm surge, but hopefully with the low tide, that will minimize the amount of damage. But there is a lot of impassable roads on the island right now, as well as like further into Lee County, other parts like downtown Fort Myers, North Fort Myers, kind of all over Southwest Florida. So we're just kind of going with the flow with what we can. We know we have this for like a few more hours, and so we'll see how that goes. The storm, although it technically is moving faster than Ian, it's still going slower than we expected, because technically yesterday we thought the storm was going to be at landfall where it's going to be headed this morning, but that's not the case. So we're gonna be experiencing this through the night, and now people are deciding if there will be closures tomorrow for work and things like that, schools, but we'll probably find that out within the next few hours. But there's been quite a bit of flooding, so we'll see what happens. Hi you guys, it is the next day. I put up a little slide before this, just kind of like as a trigger warning. So if you're very sensitive to natural disasters, over this I have timestamps down below, so you can head towards a different part of the video. But it was a scarier evening than we thought with storm surge and how quickly it came in on the island. Things definitely took a turn last night. So we started getting storm surge on the island. It was really scary. We did have about, they said 3 to 5 feet storm surge, and the island did go underwater. We were in the outer band, so that was really crazy. And then that wasn't even at high tide. So it was a very long evening since high tide wasn't until about midnight. So it was a very sleepless night. I fortunately did not get any water in my house, but it was very, very close. Had a lot of people praying. Most people on the island did have water in their homes, whether they're first level, ground level, or like a garage, things like that. I can only say that's because of God. For me, it was a wild experience. Just all kinds of crazy things. So right now it is the morning. We are not able to go over the causeway till afternoon. I think FDOT is probably going out to assess if it's stable to drive over, things like that. A lot of the roads are still impassable. So today, just going to be cleaning up debris. I did lose some trees and had a lot of debris, but thankfully we are all safe, and you know, that's all we can really ask for. Like I said, a lot of people on the island did get a lot of water damage, so it's really upsetting. So it's like we're resetting again, and today is September 27th, so tomorrow is the 2-year anniversary of Ian. So it's just very raw and very fresh. My heart goes out to those that were in the direct path. Considering we were in the outer bands, I can't imagine how scary that must have been in the direct path. And my heart goes out to them in the prayers, and it's going to be a long road ahead how much of the Gulf Coast of Florida was affected. So I'm just going to end off this video here for watching, and please be praying for all of those affected by Hurricane Helene. It was it was really scary. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.